Step 1, a more powerful money mindset. Think about how sad this is, that making money is the overlapping, directing force in the majority of people's lives. By the time they're 15, 16, 17 years old, the concept of making money is like very, very important. It's just implanted in, and that is like their priority for the rest of their lives, how their entire life is set up, who they spend time with, who they are as a person, how they dress. It's all just related to their career. Now imagine this. The majority of people don't even fulfill this goal. They dedicate their entire lives to a goal and they don't even accomplish it. That should really make you sad. Like, imagine those goals that you have in your mind, and imagine if you try to accomplish one of those goals for the rest of your life and you dedicated as much of your life as like the average person did, and you still weren't even close to accomplishing it. The average person works so hard. They actually do genuinely dedicate their lives to making money, and then at 60 years old, they've still got nothing to show for it because they're going about it the wrong way. They think that they can just get a career and that hopefully they'll be fine, that hopefully daddy, the boss, will take care of them. Many young men know that that's not the case. We know that we have to grip life by the horns and direct it to where we want to go. So I want you to do something very important. Think about what you want the money for. Think about what you'll buy. Think about the lifestyle that you want. Maybe you'll see flashes of how Andrew Tate is living, the watches, the cars. Maybe there's parties that you want to go to. Maybe there's women who you want to look at you while you're wearing the nice suits. Forget all of it. Destroy all of those desires. If you really want this full guide to help you, you must understand 99% of people make no progress in making money, do they? So why are you still trying to go through the same route as the 99%? The 99% dream of the same things as you. They want the flashy cars, they want the fame. So you know the better way to start making money is to start with a way more powerful mindset, which is so interesting because the most powerful mindset that you can have to start making money is to not give a fuck about it. It's to not care about it at all. It's to almost devalue money and think to yourself that I don't even want to buy anything. Now, this isn't to say that we're not going to make money. This isn't to say that we're not going to be able to eventually buy things. But when you're first starting off, your greatest priority should be to have a clear mind so that you can focus on your business or maybe high-level career. Too many people are so pulled by these materialistic desires that then they have no hope of ever amassing like real wealth, because if they do make any progress in business, they wipe it down by just buying the thing that they thought they were supposed to buy when they don't realize that the person who's showing you that lifestyle with the watch and the cars, one, they've got a lot more money so they can spend it on those things. But two, the thing is, even for them, it wasn't that much of a smart purchase either. To stay hooked at this level right now where you look up to the big boys and you think, oh, I want the private jet, I want the car, I want to be able to move out. These things you can eventually get, but only if you stop caring about them right now, because you know what happens when you care about these things? You're going to go watch another 5-hour Tate podcast and cope and say that it was productive. Right? You're going to go keep watching more Tate shorts, but you're still broke. It's not actually helping you that much. If that's all it takes, someone with a fancy watch to literally steal an hour or two of your time, if that's all it takes, then how are you going to become successful? Do you think those successful people who show you that lifestyle are sat there right now looking at people showing their lifestyle? They're working. So you need to stop this fascination with spending, with materialism, with needing more. And at this level, let's assume you are totally broke. You want to know the best advice I could give to you? Act and think like a stoic. Like these things are beneath you. Like you you don't even care about these worldly things. Here you are, a man of character, a man of mental strength. Think like a stoic. That you don't need more, that any desire you get for wanting more, wanting this object, wanting that car, wanting those clothes, you just destroy it. You just see it for what it actually is, a mirage of the thing that you really wanted. You never wanted the clothing or the car. You wanted love. You wanted health. You wanted community. You wanted sunlight and sleep. You wanted some kind of way to contribute to your people. When you start with this mindset, you'll actually go on to make a lot more money because you come from a place of abundance, of like, yeah, if I make money, that's awesome. It's not that I hate money. Yeah, if I make some, awesome, sweet. But I am who I am with or without the money. And imagine this compared to the people you know your age who are the exact opposite, who are like skimping, trying to get as many pennies as possible. You probably know someone in your family who will happily waste an hour of their life to save $1, don't you? Think about how mad that is. They could work minimum wage, make $10, but they'll spend an hour of their life to save $1. This is what happens when you get in this ultimate scarcity mode and you see all these pictures. You know, women see like Kim Kardashian in the fancy dress and they're like, oh, wow, okay, if I get that, that's what success looks like. Then everyone will kind of validate me and I'll get the unconditional love that I wanted as a child. And for the young men, seeing the gentlemen up there who have got the nice suits, the watches, the cars, the lifestyle, the women, here you are like a little dog looking up at master and ask, you know, like he's got a new 2-hour, 5-hour video where there's no actual real value. But here you are just watching like a fan. Not really gaining anything, but just watching. Listening to their every word. Not only do you need a strong mindset at this stage, you need to bring this into real life and start to live in like a very cheap, low expense life. To take the pressure off you. Can you see the advantage of this? Because if right here, right now, you are totally broke, but you desire these expensive things, you will act in such like a short term, like money grabbing kind of way. And usually those kinds of people don't do so well in business. Instead, if at this level, you're able to create a life and also a mind which doesn't actually need much, it doesn't need much material success, that brings you strength in business. That will make you a stronger entrepreneur because any money you make will feel nice, but you'll think to yourself like, I don't even care about spending it right now. So I'll just reinvest it back into my business, which will make more money. And more money and more money. So if you're living at home with your parents right now and you want to move out, you know, it's not perfect, you don't have enough space or freedom. And if you're being honest, you'd like to, live by yourself so that you could fuck. Let's just be honest, don't fucking lie. You'd like to be able to invite some friends over and get some kind of validation that you've got your own place. You'd like to be able to hop on Tinder and Instagram, maybe get some girls, bring like a date back. It'd be nice, right? What if just for now, you just click your fingers and just destroy that desire from your mind, and suddenly that monthly expense of like $1,000 has just disappeared. It's taken some level of pressure off that you needed to make money right now. That is a gift to your future self, because now your future self can think for the long term how to make not just like an okay amount of money, $1,000 a month, but how to make way more. For me, in 2020, this is exactly what I did. I already was renting an apartment. I was living with my girlfriend who I was with at the time. We were both like gamers. I had a full-on gaming PC. She did. I had a gamer girlfriend who I got to have sex with every day. You know, how awesome is that? There I am living in the city thinking that I'm an adult and everything. I've got a full-time job, like somewhat comfortable life. And I smoke weed. So it's like, it's kind of fun. We eat junk food and stuff. I've got a nice physique. I had a couple of friends. And that made me a garbage entrepreneur. Every little business model that, someone would be talking about on YouTube, I'd try it, but I'd need to make money fast. And I couldn't because I needed to work full time. I needed to try and save money, but make money. And imagine how much there is in your mind when you've got all of these random things that are taking from your bank account, that are taking from your energy account, from your time. So what did I do? I downscaled my life. I took a hit to my ego, to this materialism that everyone values. And I moved out of the apartment. And where did I move to? I moved back home with my family. No fucking, no weed, no friends coming over, just work. And when I moved back, I didn't go with this idea of like, yeah, okay, as soon as I make money, I'm going to move back out. Because I knew, I could just feel that if I am obsessed and needy with money, that it's going to be elusive away from me. But if I act like I don't even need it, then it will come towards me exactly like a woman. And so with absolute minimum expenses, I started my business here in this very house. And there was actually a point where I considered getting a job, Just today, we drove past the warehouse that I went for an induction at Royal Mail. Royal Mail is like the postage service, a big warehouse close to my house. We drove past that today and I couldn't help but think back to like the induction day that I had there, that I literally went when I was trying to become a YouTuber, 100 subscribers, 200 subscribers. And I thought, well, maybe I should just get a job because that's what everyone thinks is normal to do. And I went and it just felt so depressing being in this warehouse. And I remember sitting at home and really just thinking, okay, like I could get this job and it would take a lot of my time. It would give me like a fair amount of money. I'd be working full time, making 1,000, 1,500 a month, and I've got like no expenses. So I'll be able to like get this money right now. That's kind of nice, right? But I realized that it wasn't money that was going to change my life. Like not this amount of money, 1K a month working full time. That's not going to change my life because I'm still working full time in a job I hate. What was going to change my life was the ability to put all of my focus into my business that would make a lot more money in the future. And I couldn't do that if I was working full time. So do you see how I sacrificed money and material success at this level? And that actually led to way more money and material success in the future. Too many young men are trying to make as much money as possible right now because they're so brainwashed like zombies when they see Tate with the fancy car and they think to themselves, yes, okay, this is what success looks like. This is what success looks like. Oh, okay, private jet, first class flight. Oh, nice clothing. This is what success looks like. For you, that's not what success is. For you, success would be that you don't even need to work a job, that you can spend all your time developing something like your craft, your skill, your business, so that you can take that off. It's not about cashing out right now and getting the car and getting the watch and the clothes to like look good in front of the people who know you right now. We don't care about them in 5 to 10 years time. It's about setting up something for the long run. That means you're going to have to put in the years. I'm not going to fucking lie to you. If this was going to be like a bullshit video, and if I was going to try and sell you some course, I'd tell you that, yep, this is going to just take a few weeks. Haha. This is going to take years of your life. If you don't like that, get out of this video and go watch another motivational podcast. Go watch some more shorts. It's going to take years of your life, but guess what? This is what I'm offering you here. Years. This is what the rest of the world is offering you. Decades. I want 2 hours, however long this video is going to be, 2 hours of your life to get you to the point where money is checked off. The materialistic world wants your soul. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you've also watched like many bits of content from all these male influencers who are in my space. And it makes me very sad that you actually genuinely don't have almost any good male role model. The ones that you think are good, once you take a deeper look into them, you'll realize that they're trapping you in the exact same way that they're pretending to free you from. It's not that making a lot of money and being able to spend it makes you powerful. It's not needing money that makes you more powerful. Now imagine not needing money, but you end up making a fuck ton of it anyway. Now imagine that level of power and certainty and confidence, reassurance, conviction that you would have in yourself when you didn't need much money, but you're making so much of it. This is where your feeling of power and freedom comes from. One little extra trip I'll just give about the male influencers, because no one talks about this. You know how they all live in Dubai? And you know how they all talk about like, yeah, freedom's really important, bro. You know that they're not actually free. You know that they have to live in Dubai for 3 to 6 months of the year. They're not actually allowed to leave. They don't actually say this to you because it doesn't sound as, Dubai seems really cool. It's like, Yeah, like, bro, I moved there just to like, oh yeah, I'm a high value man. I've got the watch and I moved there, right? This is what none of them will actually tell you. It's like they've traded their freedom for money. When you move over to Dubai, yeah, you get 0% taxes. You're not allowed to leave. You're not allowed to go back to your home country for more than like 90 days a year. They've traded their freedom and also happiness and also health for more money. Ooh, yes. They won't tell you this because it doesn't sound as cool. They won't tell you the fact that, like, you struggle to breathe when you're in Dubai. The air pollution's all crazy there. You can't even drink the water there, that you're drinking from plastic water bottles that are estrogenic. You're genuinely trading your health, your happiness, your soul's fulfillment, your purpose as a man for more numbers in your bank account and some stinky hole when a girl opens her leg. This is what these men are. Wow, amazing role models. I'm going to help you to get to a more powerful position than them. Here is your first actionable step, and it's a visualization. Visualize more of the secret millionaire lifestyle. Visualize more of the stoic way of making money. What do you see? If you close your eyes and you thought of the simple life, imagine you think of a life where you get to do exactly what you want to do with your day. Obviously, that doesn't mean to be a complete degenerate. Yeah, I want to do crack. But like, in terms of, good things for yourself, for your family, for humanity as your contribution to the world, what would your ideal life look like? Because when you ask a young man who's went deep into, watching these influencers, his answers to this can be quite materialistic. It's like, it's the car that's always been my dream car. But when you take a step back and you ask a young person, okay, why is your ideal life got this object? You'll always see them stutter and cope because they're unable to say, well, because it would increase my status in the social hierarchy. So hopefully unintelligent people would like me more, and there might be some women who let me penetrate them because I enjoy ejaculation. That's the answer. Don't bullshit yourself. Is that not the answer? If you've got some like materialistic thing that you want, that was the answer, wasn't it? And I'll be honest, yeah, 100% it is for me. I've spent years of my life doing that. Years of my life, but I'm able with awareness to be able to say, yep, it was like I was a little monkey, little degenerate, just chasing ejaculation. Like a lot of these like high level men are literally still little monkeys chasing for ejaculation. Literally, like once you look at the men that you look up to in this lens of just thinking like, he actually has structured his life and he's disciplined his life in a very interesting way, just like a very like intelligent monkey would have, to just achieve ejaculation more. When you really think about it, it's like, that's actually fucking sad. So I'm asking you, what is your ideal life genuinely going to look like? Imagine if you didn't need money at all. Would you really want the life where you're there living in Dubai with the air pollution and the bus of the Indian slaves, Pakistani slaves being driven across, and they're all working in the little building there? Is that the kind of environment that you want to live in? Where everyone flies in and out, no one's staying there long term, so you don't have any like genuine real friends, and the friends you may have in that kind of environment are all like on some kind of substances. And yeah, of course there's substances in Dubai and in these Islamic countries. They don't tell you this on the internet. They're as degenerate as all of them. Would you like to wake up and have that as your life experience? Really think to yourself, imagine if money didn't exist. Imagine if this craving for this, this like validation from unintelligent people didn't exist. What would your dream life look like? The thing is, for most people, I genuinely believe if we slap some fucking sense into you and we told you like, stop caring about them, they're not even thinking about you, it's okay. If we like shook you and try to fucking help you and save years of your life, eventually you'd be honest and say, you know what? I want to have children. I want to have like a wife. It doesn't sound cool anymore because everyone online is telling me like not to get married and stuff. But like, I want to have one wife. I want to go live in like a nice house where it's safe. And I want there to be lots of nature around me. And I want to have some kind of work that feels meaningful and fun for me to do. And it's like, because it's fun, It doesn't even feel like work. So I can go and do that for a few hours a day. Then I can play with my children. I can play with my dog. I've got my wife who I love dearly. We actually really have like an awesome, healthy relationship. I can't believe I've ever actually genuinely been this level of like open and loving towards another person, and they have to me. I have my faith. I have like a few like interesting hobbies that I like. I like team sports. Like I've been playing cricket with the local team, and like we've been actually doing really well, and people actually seem to like me there. This is like coming back to power, where you don't need much else. You're not there thinking, oh man, I hope my video pops off on YouTube. Oh yeah, oh, that Instagram picture that they posted was so good. I really want a lifestyle like them. Yeah, oh yeah, 4 wives, because just shut up. Fucking red pill podcasts. This is who you're taking your life direction from. Degenerates. Glorified little monkeys who are addicted to ejaculation. What is your ideal life? You don't realize how important this actionable step is. If you can take, I was going to say an hour, but honestly, if you can take days to think about this deeply, you might save decades of your life. Think about your real, ideal life and keep asking yourself why. When a young man hears this question and he does write down something like, oh yeah, he wants the car, he wants the Tate lifestyle. A few years ago, I would have told you the Dan Bilzerian lifestyle, where I get to throw parties with coke and hookers and weed and shit. I can't believe I spent years of my life with that kind of desire. Just because it looked kind of cool on social media. You just wasted years of peeling back the layers of your purpose. You just wasted years of the time that you could have spent deepening the love with the people who actually matter. And here you are, just so perturbed. So this is the opposite of masculinity. What these masculine creators are putting it onto you. What would actually be your real ideal life? When you strip away the bullshit and you keep asking why, and you realize how sad it is to put your life down the line where you're literally just doing it for this validation for other people. You're doing this because there's unintelligent people. It's always unintelligent people that they might look at you and smile at you and be nice to you. You realize how sad it is to spend your life like that. So this doesn't mean that you need to be broke and to be hungry. This doesn't mean that you're not going to be making money. It is in my belief, you'll actually make so much more money this way when you almost pursue the more simple life of not really being materialistic. There's 2 men who I know, one of them you probably know, who portray this really well. Alex Hormozi and Alex Becker. These are 2 entrepreneurs, but there's actually many of them. There's Sam Walton, the creator of Walmart, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg. These men, they live very simple lives and they've become millionaires or even billionaires. You see, outside of this social media lens, you spend all your time on social media. Let's be honest. It's actually kind of sad when you think about it, because YouTube still is a social media. Podcast, fucking Tape podcast, still a social media, right? So you've got to be honest, we're actually still fucking losers. We still go on social media for hours a day. Yeah, it's YouTube. Oh yeah, Hamza's got a new video. It's still fucking social media. So you're still a bit of a loser. So am I, right? So it's we're probably not that advanced. But when you think of some genuine billionaires, when you think of those guys who have built literal companies which have taken over the entire world, like Walmart, like Amazon, they live simple lives. They're not there flashing their picture of the fancy car because they don't need to show you, because they weren't doing it for the ego. They did it just because they genuinely just wanted to build a good company that would help a certain kind of person. And then here you are, this person who's looking over at these social media stars, thinking that that's the right way to go about business. And you've tried it that way. You're not making much progress, right? So you've tried it this way of looking at these little influencers. You've tried buying their courses and everything. You've tried watching the 5-hour Tape podcast, and it hasn't actually served you that well because you're still broke. So if you're still I know that sounds horrible, but the truth is, come on, let's be smart. If you've tried something for a little while and you still feel clueless, you're still thinking which business model, you've switched over business models. How many times? Be honest, how many times over the last 6 months have you switched business model to business model? 4, 5, 6? Oh, maybe it should be YouTube. Maybe I should sell course. Oh, copyright on this one. Agency. You keep switching around. You're not making any real progress. So whatever you're doing right now isn't working, is it? It's a different mindset that you need. If right now you're not feeling totally convinced or certain, it might be valuable for you to rewatch this mindset part of this full guide and just let it convince you and to destroy those beliefs in your brain. Because I'm not going to lie to you, if I was in your position again, as I was, I would feel quite a lot of fear right now. I don't know if you're feeling it, if you have the sort of body awareness to feel fear inside of your body. I often feel it in my stomach. If I was in your position right now, I would feel some level of fear considering, okay, not going down the materialistic path that you've been probably making some kind of progress to with your desires, because that would mean that you're not going to seem as cool in front of other people. It would mean that you don't get to like sort of, go all in on the sort of Tate mindset or the, whatever influencer, whoever's famous these days. It's like you've built up that life of thinking, yeah, I can be that guy who's really high status and girls will really like me. And then, I'll be able to ejaculate. And when you start to rip that away, like I'm doing from you, I'm ripping away this desire that you've had. Now it feels like now you're raw and naked, and now you have to face the world to realize that you've just wasted the last 6 months of your life, maybe 12 months, maybe 3 years of your life going down a path that you knew that was never going to serve you anyway, because the thing that would be right for you is nowhere near as cool or socially validated as everything else. Admit it to yourself. Take some time to say it. You know what? My real desire, it's not as cool. I want to have that house in the countryside. I want to just live with my family. I want to just have the car that's actually really nice to drive, but not the supercar that will turn people's heads, because I don't care about those people on the street. I don't care about the unintelligent women who will like my Instagram pictures. I want something deeper than that. I would be so scared if I was in your position, if I was aware of it. I don't know if you are. I don't know if I seem really crazy. Maybe it'll take you a few more years to get to the point where you're able to understand what I'm saying. Maybe you'll want to check back to this video in 2025, 2026, 2027, and maybe then you'll realize that this was making a lot more sense than you were able to comprehend. I'm trying to save decades of your life, and I wish someone did this for me. I'm very lucky that I was able to pull myself out of this, this money greedy, I need as many pennies as possible. And again, the best part about what I'm telling you is that you'll make more money this way, but you have to take a leap of faith. The way you'll make more money is because it's just like how you'll get girls when you're not being needy for them. When you don't need the girl, that's when you're actually more attractive. It's the exact same with money. When you're not there trying to thinking, how can I spend more money? How can I get more money? How can I get more money? Then you'll make more money because you'll make better long-term decisions. I am not against money. I'm not against you working hard and contributing and giving value and making money. I'm not against spending money. I'm not even against some materialistic objects. Not at all. But I'm against the false messaging, the brainwashing that is inside of your mind that has convinced you that this is the only path to consider. That's pulling you away from friends and family. That's pulling you away from your own health, because to an extreme level, is this not what your parents went through why they've been sleep deprived for 20 years? Is this not the same thing? It's just that you seem enlightened because you know about business and there's faster ways to make money than you know that your parents know. Fine. But the way that you look at your parents as if they're following some kind of outdated script and they don't know about the better way of life is the way that more intelligent people are just looking at you thinking, yep, he doesn't know. Now, trust me when I say that those people on social media, the men's influencers, they're very intelligent. They know that they're selling you a false god. They know that they're selling you this lifestyle that will get them what they want, but not get what you want. And you'll keep following them because they soothe that sort of primal, stupid, unintelligent part inside of you that just wants to be accepted by others. They'll twist the knife of your primal pain of a lack of consistent love and community, as you see in these days where, everyone's so separated, everyone's so lonely. They'll twist the knife, tell you that men are so lonely, and then they'll tell you, well, yeah, the cure of that's making money, haha. Is that what it is? So why are people lonelier in wealthier countries? It doesn't sound anywhere near as cool, but you know what? I almost want to start like a new movement of us confidently making like the real natural human part of us cool again. Of wanting more of the simple life, of wanting mud and grass between our feet, of thinking how cool it would be to have like, I don't know, like a cabin in the woods with people that you love. Of like one of the greatest joys being like getting a dog and playing with it. Of not needing to go fly around the country, podcast to podcast. Yeah, you know, so a high value man is like, just shut up, bro. Shut up. High value, like, what are you on about high value man and this and this and this? Go sell your fucking program. A high value man is not the guy who's making the most amount of money, bro, because the thing is, I'm making a lot more money than I was 6 months ago. But if I was doing this while selling my soul, it would be worthless. You've heard about how important purpose is for men. Purpose. You've heard that so much, but none of these guys online will actually explain it to you. There is like a great mission for you here on earth. There absolutely is. I thought that this was like woo-woo BS, but I'm so much seeing this as the truth now. There is like a real reason, a mission for you to be here, and it is not to follow these random influences, including myself. It is not to like make them the hero, like, oh guys, did you see a new Take podcast? But rather to see yourself, and it sounds cringe, but like to see yourself as the main character and to peel back the bullshit that's been put across this core part of you that knows what you should do with your life, because it was there at the beginning, like this clear message, what you should have done with your life. And other people, the education system, your parents, family, social media, influencers, everything has just put their own message on top. So now you don't even know who you are. So you're living this weird, inauthentic, like shallow breathing lifestyle. So is it any wonder why sometimes your dick doesn't work? Is it any wonder why like you can't even feel like much in your body? Like you almost feel AFK in your own body these days because we don't do natural things. You're here with like the sweaty, stinky computer chair that smells like ass. Another Tape podcast. Oh, yes. Yes. Let's push my purpose off for another few hours. Yeah, I gotta make money, guys. Yeah, making money is really important, guys. There's a better way to go about this. I apologize if it seems like I've just wasted a bunch of times with the rant, but I've wanted to say that for a good while now. When I've taken a step back from the internet and from technology, I've realized just how much bullshit is going on here. Now, I will teach you the real truth about making money, and there is no upsell in this. There's no course that you need to buy. But I am warning you that by the time you get to the end of this video, you'll realize that this was a weird, wrong, almost path to go down. But I had to go down this path myself. And so I don't blame you for needing to experience it and to see the light yourself either. So my hope is that I can get you to maybe this realization faster. Why? Honestly, I just want more guys in the world who see the truth. Not the truth that's trying to be sold to you, whether it's the education system or these same guys who are pretending to free you from the Matrix. Like all of them. I'm not even just blaming Tate. Obviously, I'm just using his name because he's the most famous. But I haven't seen a good male influencer. I've not even seen one single one. It's so upsetting. I've not seen one single one because they're all just here, like inside of this box, pretending like the box is like all there is and that this is, maybe they're lying, maybe they actually know the truth, or maybe they're not actually that advanced, but like, here they are in this box, selling you more secrets inside of this box. But you can take a step out of the box and realize how foolish it is to stay in there. And it actually hurts my heart to see how many men are just riddled inside of this box of wasted potential, of just random desire, of materialism, of status. Yeah, I gotta, my shoulder needs to be a little bit more muscular this way, and then I'll feel worthy of love. You can shortcut the thing that you want, because when you really boil it down, it wasn't actually money that you wanted. It was what was it? It was freedom, love, happiness, health, joy, purpose, contribution, community. Those were the things you actually wanted. And in this modern world, including in the people who act like they're against modernity, they're just putting materialism as the fix of all your problems. And yet when you achieve those materialistic desires, if you're actually honest, you'll realize that it didn't fix anything. So it becomes a massive waste of time. And I'm saddened that I spent years of my life, like 3 years, like full time, sort of mastering the game of money and getting it to the point where like I make more than enough money I could ever spend now. I did that about 30 times faster than most people would, or I don't know, 10 times, 20 times faster, right? In 3 years, I became financially free. I don't need to make money, but like it just comes to me now. I just make money like automatically with the things that I like to do, a lot of it. And I don't need it. Remember before, like I don't need the money. Like what am I going to spend? Every now and then I like to go stay in like an Airbnb. Every now and then I'll go eat at a restaurant and stuff, fine. But I could sit in the mud and I'd smile anyway. Do you see the power that this gives me? The money has like no effect. I can imagine speaking to my younger self right now. He would have like a sadness in his heart because he'd been going down this pursuit of thinking that this was going to cure his problems. And so it's almost like a sad feeling. So if you want, you can click away and go get like a nice, happy little bubbly feeling by going to watch some like motivational video. Yeah, you know, go get some money. Yeah, you know what? Like, yeah, do it. You know, make the money. Yeah. It's not going to get you what you actually want. What you think money is going to get you, it won't. It really won't. It will get you some very good things, as we'll explain in the spending money section of this video. It will actually like be a benefit to your life, absolutely. But it's important to realize that you have real, genuine desires inside of you that must be appreciated. And when you go down this path, especially when you're following the wrong people, well, then you're selling your soul for a few bucks.